This morning there were revelations in global news that Minister Randy Boissanault may have been party to what's been described by some as wire fraud to the tune of $500,000 as it relates to his business partner, Mr. Stephen Anderson. So there were text messages that were included in the media reports that detail someone named Randy, who's not pleased with the delay of this $500,000 wire transfer with a company out of California. And then Randy, in the text messages, demands a partner call with Stephen Anderson. So Minister Randy Boissanault has said today that he owns a company that owns, that he wholly owns a company that owns 50% of GHI, and Mr. Anderson, to his knowledge, owns the other half. Minister Boissanault contends that he is not the Randy involved in these text messages. Having made a pronouncement following a complaint that you weren't going to pursue an investigation, does the emergence of new information generally, and does the information in this article today, if you've read it, give rise to a re-examination of your decision, and finally, have you reviewed the allegations that were reported in the media this morning?
Mr. Barrett, like you, I read the story this morning for the very first time. It's complete news to me. Never knew anything about it. It obviously raises some serious implications if the story is true. You heard what the minister said. The ruling that we made was based on the information that he disclosed to us, and he disclosed to us with regard to GHI only one thing, that he owned 50% through his numbered company. Clearly, we will look into this, and if our looking into it shows that there's more to it, there is substance to it, there may be contraventions of either the Act or probably the Act, then of course we will have to look, and I have the capacity to self-initiate another inquiry and look into it. At this point in time, I am really caught by surprise. I didn't know about it until I read it this morning. I don't know this thing. I heard the minister's testimony. I think it would be absolutely irresponsible to make a premature decision as to what we're going to do and how. All I can do is tell you that we will look into it.
Right. I think that's entirely fair, sir. It was new information. Just like you, we prepare for committee based on the information that we have, and in the 2 hours in advance to find that information or those allegations.
That's what the mic feedback.
It creates a challenging environment. So you expressed that it was that the allegations in it were serious and new. So is it correct to understand that that Minister Boissanault didn't previously disclose that circumstance to you, and that you will be investigating these new allegations, and if necessary, you would self-initiate an investigation?
As I said in my opening statement, we made our ruling on the basis of the information disclosed to us. He disclosed to us that he owned 50% indirect of GHI through his numbered company. That's all we know about GHI. All of this now is what GSI did, was involved, who ran actually it, who this Randy is that is being mentioned, did he actually do, etc. All of this is news, and as I said, all I can do is say we will look into it. I cannot make a decision on any of that because I really have nothing more than the report in which you have two from Global News and the testimony that you heard this morning from the minister.
Yep, that's. I appreciate that response. I want to ask a quick question on another subject, if I may. The Auditor General released a report this morning, and I'm not sure if your office gets those as well. And in it, there were 90 instances of undisclosed, and I think 96 instances of disclosed conflicts of interest, but the 90 instances of undisclosed conflicts of interest in matters of $76 million being handed out by by individuals who were appointed by the NDP Liberal government. Are you aware of this finding by the Auditor General?
No, of course not. She makes her finding public today. We don't have, she is under confidentiality provisions and obligations the same as I. Having read that, etc., as you know, I undertook to give a ruling on the conflict of interest of Madame Verschuren and Mr. Winmet before August 1st, and I will do so. And clearly we will deal with conflict of interest there. I don't know what these conflict of interests are that she refers to. I haven't read the report either. Just like you this morning, it came out, and I managed to read the executive summary. So I really don't want to speak any further about it, because maybe there's something in the report that will illuminate some of these points. It's very troubling to hear that there has been that much conflict of interest, and obviously that's an area that concerns us primarily. And while she is more or less, as an Auditor General, she's looking at the whole operations, the effect, the value for money, etc. So there's a different focus that she has than we have.
Thank you, Mr. Barrett. Mr. Commissioner.